The president has the power to fire or demote you.
Not permitted under the law.
Today, we're diving into the epic love-hate saga between Donald Trump and Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Back in 2017, Trump personally handpicked Powell to lead the Fed.
My nomination of Jerome Powell to be the next chairman of the Federal Reserve. Congratulations.
He probably thought he was hiring a nice, polite academic.
I know what I'm doing.
Instead, he got the one man who'd become his biggest obstacle. The fight. Trump wants rate cuts. Powell says,
No.
Europe had 10 cuts. We had none. I think he hates me, but that's okay.
the time bomb Trump set. In 2017, 71-year-old Trump proudly tapped Powell for Fed boss when the benchmark rate was just 1.25%. Fast forward to July 2025, interest rates have skyrocketed to 4.5%. That hikes sent America's debt interest costs soaring to $1.2 trillion, more than the military budget. Mortgage rates, brutal. U.S. 30-year mortgage rate rises to 6.75% from 6.7%. On a $1 million loan, you'd cough up to $1 million in interest alone. No joke. And the U.S. government's debt, over $36.3 trillion. That's $100,000 for every American citizen. Trump's fuming. Biden's borrowing. Powell's hiking rates. And I'm the one who gets the blame.
Biden did a lot of very short-term debt. We went through 4 years of the highest inflation in the history of our country with sleepy Joe Biden. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. And
the Fed's sacred independence. So why can Powell stand up to Trump? Because the Fed was designed to be independent. It answers to Congress, not the White House. That's what the 1913 Federal Reserve Act says. But Trump's not the type to respect boundaries. He treated Powell like an employee from hell, blasting him on social media, demanding he slash rates to 1%. Powell, cool as ice. His term ends in May 2026. Making a mistake now would be stupid and dumb.
so we have a stupid person, frankly, at the Fed.
The $2.5 billion renovation scandal. The Fed's HQ was supposed to be renovated for $1.9 billion. That ballooned to $0.5 billion with the project delayed 5 years. Republican lawmakers pounced. Either Powell is misusing funds for luxury upgrades, or he's terrible at managing money. Either way, he is unfit for the job.
It looks like it's about 3.1 billion. It went up a little bit, or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that from anybody at the Fed.
Yeah, it just came out.
Now, you're including the Martin renovation. You just added. You just added in a third building. Is what that is. That's a third building.
Well,
including
no,
the
but
Martin building.
it's a building that's being built.
No, it was built 5 years ago. We finished Martin 5 years ago.
Trump then said when you spend $0.5 billion on, really, a renovation, I think it's really disgraceful.
So it's very sad to see it. He's done a poor job.
This wasn't just scandal for scandal's sake. It was a trap. Nail Powell on anything and he's out.
If he asked you to leave, would you go?
No.
Trump's plan B, total Fed takeover. Here's the twist. Trump already has his backup crew ready. He's eyeing loyalists like Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and top economic advisor Kevin Hassett. If Powell steps down, Trump could flip the Fed overnight. Cue interest rate cuts, economic stimulus, and a full-on monetary power grab. Think of it like a political hard fork.
Am I allowed to appoint myself at the Fed? I do a much better job than these people.
Rate cuts versus inflation, the real fight. Here's what the White House wants. 1. Lower government borrowing costs. Rate cuts shrink interest bills and ease the debt crisis. 2. Weaken the dollar. Makes exports more competitive and boost U.S. manufacturing. But Powell's job is to control inflation. He already cut rates by 100 basis points last year. But Trump's new tariffs might fuel inflation again. So Powell's saying, Fed will wait for more data before cutting rates. This is a classic showdown. Short-term political gains versus long-term economic stability.
Too late. I call him Too Late Powell because he's always too late.
What's QE and QT? They're the Fed's money moves, and they control the mood of the crypto market. QE, quantitative easing, is when the Fed prints money and buys assets to pump cash into the economy. That extra money flows into stocks, housing, and yes, crypto. It's like turning on the heat. Prices go up. In 2020, QE helped Bitcoin skyrocketed to 69,000. QT, quantitative tightening, is when the Fed does the opposite, pulls money out of a system by selling assets. Cash dries up, borrowing gets expensive, and risky stuff like crypto takes a hit. It's like turning off the heat. In 2022, QT helped crashing Bitcoin to 15,000. Bottom line, QE is money flows in, crypto goes up. QT is money flows out, crypto goes down. If you want to understand crypto's next move, watch what the Fed is doing.
You know, the bad problem is we don't have any money.
The hard truth of geopolitics. Powell's ordeal proves something big, even in the U.S. Politics trumps professionalism. This isn't just about a renovation scandal. It's a warning. When governments pressure central banks, the financial system shakes.
And I'd like to see interest rates get down. Now, every time I did this, I was right.
The Feds fall, cryptos rise. There's no real winner here if the Fed's independence crumbles. The dollar's credibility takes a hit and the global markets tremble. But maybe, just maybe, crypto wins. Why? Because this entire mess proves one thing: centralized power is fragile. Bitcoin didn't hit $123,000 in July 2025 just because of rate cuts. It happened because the world started losing trust in the system. As stablecoin laws like the Genius Act roll out, crypto faces more opportunities and more risks. But decentralization might just be its strongest defense. In the long run, crypto isn't just a buzzword. It might be our only firewall against political manipulation. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.